Welcome to the ideology section. We will be looking at 3 sections: skull, the crown, and then a 3/4 white circle. So in this section, part 1, we will look at the skull in terms of meaning and references. Read along with me. Skull with a 4-pointed crown to the left of the head, right hand side from front view, with a white 3/4 circle above the crown, resting on the vein or between the veins. Point 1. Many crucifixes which have been made throughout the time of Christ have displayed at the bottom of the crucifix a skull or a skull with crossbones. Skulls are often shown as imagery in or around artistic expressions of Christ Jesus. Golgotha, place of the skull where Jesus was crucified in Jerusalem. Resurrection of the dead, by way of spiritual light from the white circle aloft to the right side of the 4-pointed crown, as if it were shining down. It is also prominent how one half of the skull is lighter than the opposite side. The side that is lightest and most visible is the side where the white disc is above. Resurrection in the flesh, resurrection of the flesh. Let's look at crucifixes. On some crucifixes, a skull and crossbones are shown below the corpus, referring to Golgotha, Calvary, the site at which Jesus was crucified, which the Gospels say means in Hebrew, the place of the skull. This is also mentioned in the Bible. Medieval tradition held that it was the burial place of Adam and Eve, and that the cross of Christ was raised directly over Adam's skull, so many crucifixes manufactured in Catholic countries still show the skull and crossbones below the corpus. Skull of Adam. Late medieval and early Renaissance Northern and Italian painters placed the skull where it lies at the foot of the cross at Golgotha, Hebrew for place of the skull. But for them it has become quite specifically the skull of Adam. Chapel of Adam. The Chapel of Adam is located directly beneath Calvary. There are sources at the bottom if you wish to continue further research for the crucifix or the Holy Sepulchre. And this finishes part 1 of the ideology section. We will now move on to part 2.